Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you wondered how modern websites like Facebook, Twitter, and even Gmail load so fast and feel so smooth after the initial load? Well, the secret behind the magic is something called client-side rendering, or CSR for short. In today's video, we are diving deep into what CSR really means, how it works behind the scenes, and why it has become such a popular choice for running web applications. Whether you are beginner just getting into web development or someone looking to sharpen your front-end skills, this is one for you. So let's get started. So in today's video, we are understanding what is client-side rendering. So let's move on to the Visual Code. So here you can see that how the rendering is works in React. So first of all, we need to look to how React rendering have evolved over the past time. You probably remember when React was primarily used for building single page application. So for this, as you all know, that here is an example in front of you that how a client-side rendering works. Here you have a client and a server on your side, and when you making a request through a React, a request is passed on to the server, and in response to the server, it will give you the HTML+JS reference to you. So let I will show you the example of the same in how the React will be loaded through the CSR. So let's move on to the browser. So here you can see we have a local host, and inside that we can press F12. So here you can see that I just installed this React through Create React app, and here you can see that you have a div root of it inside that, and in the header you have the you can go to the network. You can go to the network and you can just reload that, and you can see that you have a local host, and if you see closely that local host, you have a bundle of static JS file and a root div ID of root. So here only the two things will do. Now if you go to the slide, now when request JS reference will be called again, the request for request JS will be more is hit from the client to the server, and that JS will be loaded, and after that your interactive generate HTML. So now in the example here you can see that we have a bundle of JS, and this when you click on bundle.js, this is all the rule, all the property to run this particular React app will be included in this particular bundle JS file. So here you can see you can only see the JS of bundles, and you can see the div ID root. So one more thing that if you select the element, you can see that you have number of things to inside that you have div root, and you can click div of app, you have the header of app header, you have the image of it, you can see the paragraph tag, after that you have a link over it. But if you click or control U to see the source code, you can only see the div ID equal to root. So this is how that only the client card works, this is how the client card works in this. So now move on to the slide. When requested JS will be called, the required JS will be get to the client, and it generate the required interactive UI to the generated HTML to you. Now now the whole approach where your browser, the client transfer React component into what you see on the browser or your screen, that what we call client-side rendering. CSR becomes super popular for single page application, for everyone was using it. It wasn't long before developer began notice some inherent drawback to this approach. So let's discuss what are the drawbacks in this. So let's discuss what are the drawbacks of client-side rendering which is occurring in React.js. So first of all, there is a problem with the SEO. When search engine crawl your site, they are mainly basically look for HTML content, but with client-side rendering, your essential HTML is basically just an empty div, as I already show you in the browser. Not great for search engine trying to figure out what your page is about. When you have a lot of nested component making API calls, the meaningful content might load too slowly for search engine to even catch it. Performance. Second issue was with the performance, that when your browser has to do everything like fetch data, building the UI, make everything interactive, that a lot of work. So user often end up with staring at a blank screen or a loading spinner while all this happening. Every time you add a new feature to your app, that JavaScript bundle get bigger, making user wait even more longer. So these are the property, or these are the reason why these are the reason of drawback for client-side rendering, and that is for it. We have covered the basics of client-side rendering, how it works, and when it makes sense to use it, whether you are building a fast application interactive web app or choosing the right rendering strategy for your project. Understanding CSR is a key part of modern web development. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Also, drop your question or thought in the comment. I will like to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.